Top dog, fight them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. PGC, you should be turning it up. TLBC, yeah, we cooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Got to homies, thug, homies.
So hi guys, my name is PJ Bridger and I'm going to show you today how to create a hip hop track using the DJ-505. So we all know that the 505 has a great drum machine, the TRS, but something that's often overlooked is the fact that TRS also has the ability to sequence samples loaded into the Serato Sampler slots, working very much like a traditional sampler. In the Serato software I have several samples loaded, and I can trigger these from the performance pads at the bottom of the controller in sampler mode. So a drum break, some atmosphere, a bass note, and an effect sample. The first thing we want to do is we want to put the TRS drum machine at the same BPM as our drum break. So if we press shift and move the value knob, we can put it to 97 BPM, which is the same BPM as our drum break. Now if we go to pad number 1, we can enter a hit on the first beat of the bar. So now when I play the sequence, this should play the drum break and it should loop round at the end of the bar. So now if we put the TRS drum machine into instrument record mode, we can actually record the samples in real time using the performance pads at the bottom. So I press shift and press instrument record, and you can see instrument record is flashing. I'm then going to start my sequence and start to play in my samples over the top. Now we have a cool groove going on, but it's a little bit boring. So to make the pattern more interesting, we can extend it. If we go to the pattern banks and then press shift and press the first pattern, all the pads will then flash. This means we can then copy to another pattern bank. So we'll copy it over to bank 2, press shift, press the pad, copy it over to bank 3, press shift, press the pad, copy it over to bank 4. If I now hold all of these pads consecutively, this will mean the patterns are chained together and will loop round when it gets to the end. So if we play this now, it should play pattern 1, 2, 3 and 4 and then loop back round to pattern 1 at the beginning. Now we're going to add some more samples to this 4-bar pattern to create a more interesting groove. So I will start the TRS drum machine, put it into instrument record, and then add these samples to the 4-bar pattern. So now, as a bit of a finishing touch, we can even add an a cappella over the top. So I have an a cappella loaded in this platter on the left hand side in the Serato software. And if I press sync, this will sync it to the BPM of the TRS drum machine. We can then start our pattern and drop it in, and the a cappella should be perfectly in time. So sync it up, start the drum machine. Add effects to this.
You know the West Coast is back for all you sucker. So put something in there. Put it in there.
And we can even slice it up.
Top dog, fight them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. PGC, you should be turning it up. TLBC, yeah, we cooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Got to homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she grip in the back door.